K2 Sports is a world-leading American manufacturer of ski, snowboard, and inline skate equipment. In this video, I will discuss the manufacturing processes of K2 ski poles. While ski poles may be manufactured using carbon fiber, fiberglass, a variety of metals, and even a combination of those materials, I will be focusing on the most common type of ski pole, which is constructed out of an aluminum shaft, a rubber grip, and a carbide tip. The production process of a K2 sports ski pole begins in a metal processing plant, where an electric arc furnace is used to melt down aluminum scrap, during which alloying elements may be added to the mix as desired. The aluminum is continuously cast, or strand cast, a process in which molten metal flows through a mold non-stop while being spray cooled by water on the outside. This produces blooms of aluminum, which are large slabs with a typically square cross-section. The blooms are then heated in a rotary furnace so that they may be transformed into hollow, cylindrical tubes with a piercing press. Next, the tubes are placed on a mandrel rod before being passed through an elongator, which stretches them up to 20 times their original length. They are drawn once more, further decreasing their diameter while also increasing their length. Afterward, one side of the tube is drop forged to create a solid end for a mechanical grip to grab onto. The tubes are then treated with chemicals to remove surface residue and decrease their resistance during the cold forming process, where they are drawn through a die plate multiple times until their final thickness is reached. Just before the tubes are shipped off to the ski pole manufacturer, they are straightened and heat treated in an annealing furnace before being cut to their near final length. Once they arrive, they may be heat treated and straightened again before the bottom end is inserted into a device which tapers it, making the poles easier to handle and more resistant to breaking during heavy use. After tapering, a combination of cutting tools are used to remove burrs and jagged edges on both the inside and the outside of the bottom of the pole. A notch is then punched at the bottom edge of the pole to serve as a reference point during the painting process. Next, the poles are passed between two sanding belts to prepare the surface for paint application. They are then hung on a rail and spun while an automated paint sprayer applies an even coating onto the poles. Paint is then squeegeed through stencils by another automated machine in order to add layers of designs and branding to the poles. They are then placed on a rack and dipped into an acid bath and an electrolytic anodizing process which makes the pole scratch resistant. After a visual inspection for aesthetic imperfections, a machine forces a tough carbide tip into the tapered bottom of each pole. Injection molded rubber grips are then hand placed onto the top of the poles, after which a hydraulic press is used to push them all the way to their final position. Finally, the poles are ready to be shipped out to ski shops and warehouses to serve skiers worldwide.